Been a hell of a couple hours, hasn't it? I can tell myself over and over that Nintendo isn't this stupid, but no matter how hard I try, I can't bring myself to believe it. They've done some monumentally dumb things in the past, and now at a time when it genuinely feels like they can do no wrong, they, by all accounts, go and relieve themselves in their success-induced slumber. On the one hand, it makes sense in the scope of the industry as a whole. Sony and Microsoft have made the move to $70 in recent years, but that was in the wake of new, more advanced hardware that directly correlates to an increased overall production cost of games, something Nintendo has no place claiming with a console that launched a generation behind 6 years ago. They could cite the game's prolonged development cycle, but that's a Nintendo problem, not a me problem. They could cite inflation, but the other side of that coin is that it's a horrible look passing any extra costs onto the consumer at this point in time. There's really no way to spin this in a positive light in this phase of a system's lifespan. Now, thankfully I got to Amazon in time to pre-order my copy and get under the price guarantee umbrella before the collective internet gaming retail sphere fell all over itself to pull their pre-orders, because $70 is a price point I have flatly refused to follow Sony and Microsoft to, and it's most certainly one I refuse to follow Nintendo to. If it's just a one-off for what will inevitably be a top 3 important game for the system, still very questionable, but okay. For $60, I'm perfectly happy buying most of my Switch games on release day. For $70, I have a Steam Deck. Obviously nothing is locked in at this point, but the origin of the news was Nintendo.com itself, so at the very least there's truth to it. The best outcome of all of this is for Nintendo to get to the Zelda portion of tomorrow's Direct and sheepishly affirm a $60 price point, even if it's accompanied by a $70 deluxe edition with some extras. What makes this especially frustrating is that this is supposed to be a different Nintendo, and by all indications until now, a better Nintendo. A Nintendo that carefully weighs the effects of their decisions on consumer sentiment. If they're willing to commit such a huge gaffe here, suddenly questions like backward compatibility on their next system, whenever it may actually arrive, become valid topics of discussion rather than a matter of course. I'm really nervous here, friends. Nintendo has less than a day until the Nintendo Direct to walk this one back, and if they don't, I think any perception of them moving forward is subject to scrutiny. Never give your customers a chance to reevaluate whether what they do is out of habit or passion. Just a short video here. If you're with me or just find it to be a good topic of discussion, please like, comment, share, and subscribe as it really helps the channel. Hit the notification bell to know right when the next video goes up. I'm Patrick Mifflin, sounding off.